Hello, Brother Munro here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and the Portuguese campaign, where we're kicking off actually with a bit of mod news. Rocket is hard at work on the 1.1 update. This is one of the cool things that has been we've been talking about adding for ages. Sloops, frigates, corvettes, avisos, whatever you want to call them. A historical option. If for those who want to build ships like that, particularly if you're playing a smaller nation and you need lots of ships, yeah, you can build a little sloop. Tiny little proto-destroyer type things. Although this one, Aviso, that's pretty solid. Okay, it can only fit a 4-inch gun. Is it also restricted on... No, it can carry armor. And then you got sloops. Yeah, very nice little kind of low-end ships. I might even build some. I might even build some. The only restriction is they can only carry a 4-inch gun. Whereas a full destroyer, we've got the modern destroyer 3 now, can carry the 5s. But yeah, some small general purpose hulls for port guard duties. They're not as fast as destroyers either. Kind of like second line destroyers, that kind of thing. We just need a ship in every port. Give me ships now. That sort of thing. Right, we also unlocked a heavy cruiser. I'm not a huge fan of that hull. That's a shame. I much prefer this one. But because it's just a destroyer hull made huge. I was hoping to build something on that. Oh well. Do we need more destroyers? How are we doing destroyer number-wise? We've got 50 of them. That seems like plenty. I think we're better off continuing to replace our heavy cruiser force. I'll maybe do a third flight of the Navios so that we can get all of the Bartholomew DS out of service. Well, maybe all but one. We've got the 2 new battle cruisers coming online. I have mothballed the battleships. Mothballed, not scrapped, because we might need them for something. We have terrible relations with the Soviet Union, but the Soviet Union is pretty much dead. They're currently confined to the Far East, and even then the French are nibbling at them. The Dutch are trying to push them out of northern Russia. Yeah, they are not having a fun time. Scandinavia, who we could probably delete if we needed to, don't like us either. And the United States. Okay. How's our economy doing? 168. Does that make us number 3? Bloody does as well. Jesus Christ. So we have the 3rd largest economy in the world, although it is 3rd by a fairly massive margin. And do we have the 3rd largest fleet? Again, by a fairly large margin, I'm imagining. Yes, we do. Okay, so we're number 3. It's pretty good for Portugal. Bloody hell. Right. So France and Britain are really the only 2 nations that we need to actually worry about. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I'm going to keep building stuff. And if I do get the option of war, I might take it. Because they don't have a fleet. We could grab Vladivostok. In theory, it's just I really don't want to get involved in the Asian mainland right now. So I don't know. I'll think about it. Welcome back. It's now, well, it's about to be 1926. We are at a triple entente with the British and the French. So the top three powers of the world are very pally with each other, which is interesting. Although, interestingly, France is really, and Britain are really fond of the Soviets, and we really aren't, so that could cause some problems down the road. But for now, we're all right. Yes, so the Taurus Vedras are nearly finished. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the Eternus and put them through an immediate refit program, because what I want to do is give them the the advanced triple tech, or whatever it's called, that means that triple turrets don't really suffer very much. Where is it? Advanced triple turrets. So they're maximum effectiveness. They're basically the same as twins. Not quite, but more or less. Don't look at any of this. This is all garbage. What are we going to get next? 19-inch Mark IIs. Okay. Small guns. We're working our way up to the Mark IV 5-inch gun, which means more destroyers. In fact, I probably will replace all of our existing destroyers with a new class, because yeah, they're all a little bit old-fashioned now. Although the Botafogo's are relatively new, I might keep those around. But the Exploradors and the Sagres, I think, can be replaced for sure. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I can get rid of this design. Although, such a good design, such a good one. Really successful. They have been replaced. I don't need that design. Okay, just a bit of housekeeping. Right. Yeah, so as soon as these are finished, I'm going to refit them. But I'm not going to show that refit because it is literally me just going to be upgrading their guns so that the triple turrets work the same as twins, so that they have better accuracy, rate of fire, etc. The thing is, I need to have a look at what I want to build next. We've got our battle cruisers, which are our main capital ship force, replacing the battleships. We have our heavy cruisers. We do... Ooh, hello. Sensible options get replaced by a battlecruiser 6. Okay, well, that's made my choice for me, hasn't it? Did we get any cool cruisers? Experimental cruiser? No, not really. We've got the modern destroyer standard. This is probably what's going to become our new destroyer class to replace basically everything. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we'll refit the existing ones. Once that's done, I will build a new big battlecruiser. Lovely. All right, battlecruiser 6. Let's go. Right. So the, well, now refitted Taurus Vedras are 36,000 tons. So we'll probably be looking for 34 knots. Really? Let's do towers first, though, because I could go with that one. Is there one with a flat back? Yeah, 3. I much prefer the flat backed ones. We need to go... Is it 2 enhanced? If I go 2 enhanced, I guess that really is designed to go with the 4, though, isn't it? No, it's not. Weird. Perfect combination doesn't exist, apparently. Yeah, we could go something along these lines. We do have all... We do have balanced now, which is nice. Yeah, we could do... See, at 34 knots we would need 2 funnels. Which I don't think fit. 32 knots, though, would be perfect. And that would fit perfectly with the Torres Vedras. So... They are significantly bigger, though. What if I just went for 40,000 tons? Yeah, that's probably going to be better. So these are going to be like a second version of the Torres Vedras. At least that's probably how they're going to turn out. Maybe we can fix the secondary armament issue. We shall see. But... I'm going to go with the same armament of 15-inch guns. I like the idea of having a common main gun armament. Apart from the rockets, maybe you could refit the rockets to have 15-inch guns. Maybe that's a stupid idea. Oh, look at these fun things. Quadruple 4-inch guns. Sure. What do you mean part? How do you not fit under there? Oh, massively disappointing. Look how fun they are. So, does anything fit in there? I don't think it does. Well, if nothing fits in there, I don't have to worry about it too much, do I? I can only get... Okay. 3-inch quads? No. 2-inch? Triple. Yeah. We'll do the same 2.9-inch trick. But apparently we love those, so we're going to stick some more in. I'm deliberately not putting them way up high or on the center line, in case you're wondering why I'm not using all the slots. That is on purpose. Keep the weight low in the ship, and means that there's only the 2 systems rather than adding a third. So yeah, it's a solid AA armament, but it's not going to be doing much. Oh, I did put one in there. It's not going to be doing... Just hasn't taken the blanks out yet. It's not going to be doing too much against surface ships. Although, 7.4 kilometer range, if a destroyer gets close enough, or we go up against some transports, could potentially come into play. Probably not, though. Right. Add all the really heavy stuff. I think we've been using soft cap, haven't we? No. Base fuse. Base fuse on the 15 inches. That's right. Okay, we've got plenty left for armoring, which is good. So... go with the same sort of idea. $16.5. Right. I would like more fore and aft. I know I would like that to go up. That does not need to be that high. Nor does that. And that can be that can be less, but we'll cut that back later. Okay, I did do that already. That's good. That's good. So yeah, really what I want to do here is to sort the secondaries out. And this time I think I do just about have space. do I? Wouldn't... see, I don't think I can fit any on the front. Because I could put a secondary gun firing over the top here. But I actually don't think it'll fit. So... what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to sort out those turrets a little bit. So A has a bit of superior. See, I do have room on the quarter deck. But no, I don't think I can fit the secondaries on here. And if I can't fit the secondaries on here, what are we doing? Going faster. 34 knots. So that is the differentiator between the three 15-inch armed ships. They just get 2 knots faster each time, basically. Okay, that's a solid vessel. And we have a little bit of spare displacement we could use for refits down the road, adding things onto it. Yes, I like them. Well, we've definitely got a fun capital ship division with commonalities and differences. Weirdly. Right, I think 2 of these as well. Assuming I can. Yep. I can. Porto. So that will give me a pretty solid fleet, I think. We'll have... it's just the rockets with their 14-inch guns. Could I refit them? Is that possible? Let's have a look. Rather than be just waffling about it. View. Because we do have the triple guns. Maybe we could. Maybe we could. Let's take a 14-inch gun off. Grab a 15-inch. Can't use the enlarged barbette for some obscure reason. So that's not going to look quite right, but it's not totally stupid. I can take these off. And we can move all of this back. And we can have a Munro classic Yorick style long-nosed ship. Look at that! Yes, good stuff. Right. Okay. And look how much displacement we have now. Plus, we can give her a bunch of upgrades while we're at it. Okay, 88. Is there any... oh, the turrets don't have any armor. 16, 5, 14. There we go. I was wondering why I had so much displacement. It's like, that doesn't seem right. But there you go. That'll be handy for the rockets. They get the same guns as the bigger ship. Can I push speed? That's not a good idea. But, yeah, they get a tasty little upgrade. Same guns as all the other battle cruisers. And then that's going to be very nice for logistics, etc., which is not modelled in the game. But it would be a huge advantage that all of our capital ships have the same guns, same shells. Refit. I can refit one of them. No, I can't. Let's suspend you. And refit the other one. Let's get them refitted. Right, let's take that out. Any other unused designs we can take out? Yeah, it's the destroyers that are looking a bit long in the tooth. Well, once the Madeira finishes, we'll have a bit of spare displacement, spare shipbuilding capacity. Finances-wise, we're not quite at the point where I'm happy to expand the shipyard because it's very expensive. But I do need to do that as well. But yeah, I'm enjoying these new ships. They're definitely getting there in terms of design. These definitely ships that I think will be able to stick around until the end of the campaign. This one's very similar. Very similar looking to the previous one. But yeah, we've got 8 ships across 4 designs, which is not the best, but I think all 8 of these will still be relevant for the rest of the campaign. So yeah, happy enough. Right, let's see if we get some war. If we get a war with the Soviets, though, I'd love to take the Canary Islands, but what I don't want is to have the alliance dissolve. So I'm not quite sure how to play that. Right, welcome back. Right, with the cruiser finished, I think we need a new destroyer. A new destroyer to replace all of our... Oh, that's an interesting ship. Replace all of our old ones. Hello. Oh. Anyway, not getting distracted. We'll do that one another time. We'll call it the Colossus class. Colossus class destroyer. Sure. They could do 36 knots, especially if we trim them, because all the destroyers in this game are entirely too fat. Mind you, we could leave the draft as is. What does that get us? 70, I call it 1,800 ton destroyer. Yeah, that feels about right. 1,800 tons. Let's go standard everything for now. Oil. Balanced. Geared turbines. Right, towers. Might as well use the best one. Funnel. Now, I'm going to use the biggest... No, I'm not. I'm going to use... No, I am going to use the biggest funnel. That gives me all the... Your engine efficiency can go over 300%, but 300% is when the bonus to range caps out. So I'm doing that deliberately to get more range rather than increasing the range using the slider, which tends to be a bit more heavy. And then guns, 5-inch Mark IVs. Lovely. Probably a couple of those. And the sizing on the hull is off. Yeah, but yeah, a couple of 5-inch guns firing forward. And then what secondary towers do we have access to? That's the best one. It is pretty big, though. It's got a smaller one. Nah. We do. Mind you, if I have it firing over the torpedoes at the back, people don't like it when I have the torpedoes at the back, but sometimes it kind of makes sense with the hull. Yeah, full-size torpedoes. Could I fit? I could, but it's very marginal. I have one torpedo launcher. Would be nice to have 2 torpedo launchers. Put it there. Could. That's not significantly smaller. Doesn't just. Oh, it does fit. It's very limited on its fire arc, though. So if I spin you. Nope. Has to go there. Is there a... Yeah, there's a bomb at Tower 1. Is that physically smaller? Hard to tell. It is, very slightly. Mind you, I've got a lot of space up front. Maybe... It's going to be a tough one. Come on. There we go. There we go. I don't know why I want 2 launches, but I do for some reason. How does that compare to a Fletcher? Or is this more of an Alan M. Sumner class? Alan M. Sumner class destroyers could do 34 knots, so we're faster. Good, good, good. They had 6 5-inch guns, which we have. Although our 5-inch guns are not quite the same. We don't have the 12 40mm Bofors. Or the 11 Orlikans. We've got a depth charge wreck. And we have 8 24-inch torpedoes instead of 10 21-inch torpedoes. Well, that seems definitely like it's a successful, or potentially successful design then. Assuming we can get it all to fit, of course, because I haven't put any of this on. It's all very well going, yes, this is a solid destroyer design, when you haven't put any systems on it. Or armor. Let's go 1.5. Yeah, something like that. It's only 14% overweight. Right, cramped. It's a destroyer. Need more powerful engines is the problem. Could lose a bit of speed. How fast do our current ones go? Oh, only 30. Right. 35, 34. 32. Okay, 32 versus 34. What are we looking at? So I think maybe I just need to build them and then get the better engines later. So we'll do 30 knots for now, on the understanding that we need to make them. Once we get better engines, we will upgrade them to be faster, basically. But otherwise, I think this is a solid base for us to build off. There we go. Go standard crew quarters. A solid base. So we're going to save that, and I'm going to start constructing them. How many? 1, 1, 4, 18, 20. Let's build 15 to start with. I'll do all the names and stuff another time. So I'll copy over Patreon, like named destroyers first, and then we can continue from there. Right. Well, yeah, I'll get that underway. Down there, it's so expensive building destroyers in parallel like that. How much are they each? 66. Wow, they're almost as much as our light cruisers, which will be due for a refit soon-ish. Well, once we get the Mark IV 7-inch guns. Okay, I think we're looking all right. Let's get to building and constructing and slider hero stuff. Oh, hello. I think this is. Well, I don't know what's going on here actually. Spain. Well, that's a big old war. Big old war all of a sudden. I think it was the Netherlands who kicked that off. I think it's the Netherlands and France, perhaps. At any rate, we are at war with the Netherlands and the Scandinavians again. Okay, well, don't really care about the Scandinavians. But the Dutch. What do you have? You do have a fleet. What's our approach here? Because they have Western Germany. I think the French are probably going to deal, and the British will probably deal with this bit. What else do you have? You have Cuba. And the Dutch Antilles. Cuba could be good. You don't have Suriname anymore. But I think the prize is here. This is really what we want to go after, surely. Especially as we control Timor. I think we go for Java. And the East Indies. Right. Battle cruisers. Move out. Don't own a random bit of the med, do they? No, they don't. It doesn't look like it. Right. Let's get the fleet on the move. Let's switch to wartime economy mode. Everybody on sea control. This to full. And this gets cut, unfortunately. Probably quite a lot. I'll keep pumping out those destroyers. Those are the urgent need. A whole bunch of them are going to be ready in a month. That's quite useful. Yeah. Okay. let's see what happens. Serbia is attacking France. Was it something to do with Serbia? Did Serbia just cause another war? It's like the only independent country on the map, and they caused a bloody global war. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. What have we got going on here? Scandinavia clashing with France, Spain clashing with Italy. Okay, France is trying to take Luxembourg by the looks of it. Of course, building new ships takes forever. One time at the end of the turn live. What else did we get? Yeah, it was Italy trying to build a heavy cruiser. That's what's taken all that time. Jesus Christ. Right, well, I'll see you once the game's built all the ships it wants to build. Finally. Right. I don't want to pay money. I don't want to be allied to Britain again, but I don't want to pay money. Right. On our way? Yes, on our way. Good. Commissioning. Commissioning can be expensive. No battles. Do we know where their fleet is? It's here. Headed out to the North Sea. Where one would assume... Yes. Oh, God. So you got 418,000 tons of the home fleet headed to the top of the T in North Sea, and you have 200,000 tons of Dutch ships headed to the exact same spot. Oh, well, I wonder how that's going to go. Right, we have 3 invasions going on simultaneously. Yeah, we should be able to wrap up the whole of the East Indies. That would be a pretty big prize. The French look like they're on the rampage, although we have sent a couple of divisions, it looks like, to assist. Good. There also appears to be a Scandinavian light cruiser right there. I don't know why we're not engaging that. Cygnus. You see that light cruiser? Go deal with it. Please. If you wouldn't mind. Right, destroyer's finished. I do want to keep my tech spending at a sensible-ish level, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I'm going to set it to 25. And I'm going to build... What's my positive per month? 78. Right, let's build 5 more. Build them in blocks of 5, I guess. There we go. So we'll build another 5. I'm just going to keep pumping destroyers out, basically. That's the plan. A battle! A battle. Lovely. And this will let us get some victory points against the Scandinavians, hopefully. Why this didn't generate a mission, I have no idea. I really would like to dig into the mission generation code, because I just want to... Like, the range, the operational range, does affect the percentage chance that you generate a mission. And also affects how far away you can generate a mission, of course. But I think all the percentages of mission generation just need to go up. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works. But I think if you... especially if you have a ship in port that's on sea control, if it has any range whatsoever, any ship that enters the sea region that you're patrolling, it should generate a mission. Like, that is how I would code it. Almost a board game style, where your range determines how many spaces away from port or you can control, basically. I know the game uses real-world values, though. But I don't see why you couldn't adapt that logic. Right, come on, Cygnus. Yeah, lovely stuff. An ammo detonation and a forward belt pen. This thing is loaded with torpedoes. They don't appear to have the angle to fire right now, but I will slow things down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Another forward belt pen? Yeah, forward belt pen. It was never a fast ship to begin with. The Gunnar. Or Gunnar? Gunnar. But it's going to be a lot slower now with all that water in it. Right, there are the torpedoes. We shall wheel away. Miss. Couple of flooding hits. More torpedoes. Lovely. Good hits. There's a main belt pen in there as well. 5-inch guns are out. Main torpedo launchers are out of action. Bow is completely caved in. Given the angle, throwing some high explosive. Might be able to get them to surrender. They're pretty high on the old crew loss. Actually, I've just thought. It's there. It's so simple. Sea control. Then any sea region that the ship can reach. If there's an enemy task force in that region, it will generate a mission. How do you bring it? Well, but basically, yeah. Sea control, you get the full range of your ship. So, any sea region that it can get to, basically. And patrol around, because obviously it's not A to B. You have to, like, patrol around and stuff. In BA, it's just the sea region you're in, which, you know, all ports are connected to sea regions. And if you're on defend, it's only if an enemy ship attacks the port that you're in. Yes, that would be very good. That'd be very good. Yeah, the tricky thing would be the sea control and how you manage how range plays into the equation. I just wanted to see the super rockets in action with their long noses now that they've got the triple guns, and see how the 15-inch armed ships fare against the destroyer. Was a main belt penned by a 6-inch gun. It's interesting. For that magic shell. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. This one. Oh, must have hit the deck. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah! Those work. Oh, hello. Oh, it seems they didn't like me doing this. Well, you know what I'm going to do? It's cliffhanger time. Thank you very much for watching. Next time you can see whether this pair of ships, one with 16-inch guns, one with 14s, the armor quality is there. Plus a battlecruiser with, fuck me, 17.8-inch guns. Plus a whole bunch of supporting ships fares against 3 little battlecruisers. Well, that's going to be a fun one. And I will presumably see you in the next episode, given how tantalizing this cliffhanger is. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.